Hello everyone, we're going to be making a quick guide for players who are currently playing Kinetic Combat Shadow or the Shadow tank, but want to learn its mirror, the Darkness Assassin or the Assassin tank. We'll be going over all the abilities and their mirror icons. First off, for your basic attack, Saber Strike is the same name both sides, but becomes a red icon. Double Strike becomes Thrash for Darkness. Meditation becomes Seethe for your regeneration ability. Guard is the same both sides, except it does have a different icon. Project becomes Shock. Your little rock attack becomes a little lightning attack. Your 4-second force stun becomes Electrocute on the dark side. Whirling Blow, where you spin around in a circle, becomes Lacerate. Force of Will, your stun breaker, becomes Unbreakable Will. Stealth is the same both sides. Mind Control, your taunt, is once again easy. It is the same on both sides for your single taunt. Shadow Strike becomes Maul. Force Potency, your buff becomes Recklessness. It's an icon of 2 purple hands. Force Speed's the same on both sides. Cascading Debris becomes Depredating Volts. Mind Snap, your interrupt, becomes Jolt. It's kind of a strange peachy orange color. Your crowd control that you can use while you're stealth is called Mind Maze while you're light side, and Mind Trap with your dark side, but they have the same icon, so it'll be easy to find. Force Breach becomes Discharge. Deflection, a defensive, is called the same thing both sides, but it has a different icon. Spinning Kick, if you happen to have chosen it on the tree, is called Spike in Darkness. Force Cloak is almost the same icon, and it's the same name both sides, except when you switch over to the darkness side of things, your combat stealth becomes a white, bluish kind of color. Your area taunt is also the exact same icon, so it will be easy to find. For slow, same thing both sides. Kinetic ward, this one you need to identify. For darkness, it will be called Dark Ward. It's kind of a purple guy with some hair and his hands raised up. Battle Readiness, if you've chosen it on your tree, it's both kind of a buff and a defensive. It becomes Overcharge Saber. It can sometimes be hard to pick out because it does kind of look like just a generic red saber on a red background. Spinning Strike, your execute ability, becomes Assassinate with a bright orange background for darkness. Slow Time becomes Wither. Resilience, one of your defensives, becomes Force Shroud. Shadow Stride, your leap, becomes Phantom Stride. Force Pull, same thing both sides. Force Wave, if you happen to have chosen that big push, that knockback from your tree, that becomes Overload. It's a half purple, half blue icon. Once again, if you happen to have chosen it on the tree, if you have Cleaving Cut, it will become Severing Slash. And if you've chosen the optional crowd control, Force Lift becomes Whirlwind. And before I let you go, I'll show you some of the buffs and debuffs that you may be looking for. So when you're playing on the Republic side of things and you cast Kinetic Ward, you're watching for this kind of Kinetic Bulwark icon. It's got a blue background with a hand raised in the air. When you're casting Dark Ward on the darkness side of things, you're looking for the same icon. It's just called Dark Bulwark instead. When you're playing on the light side, you'll be casting Slow Time and Project, and those stack up 3 times for Harnessed Shadows. Instead, you'll be using Shock and Wither to stack up 3 times for Harnessed Darkness. And lastly, if you're using Cascading Debris and you're making sure all 4 actually go out, that's Shadow Protection 4 stacks. And if you're looking on the darkness side of things, you're using the ability Depredating Volts, and you're looking for 4 stacks of Dark Protection instead. It's kind of a scary, scary purple man. Very angry, scary purple man. I hope you enjoyed this overview of all of the abilities, especially if you're currently a Kinetic Combat Shadow and you're looking to try out the Darkness Assassin on the opposite side of things. If you want to show your support for these in-depth Star Wars The Old Republic videos, please visit Swtorista.com/support. And if you want more videos like this to show up to your YouTube homepage about your favorite game, oh my god, I give up. Just subscribe to the channel. May the Force be with you, especially the darkness side of the Force. Bye, everybody.